Almost 30 dogs have been seized from 2 homes in Flint, and it's believed they may have been used for dog fighting. That's what's headlining our homepage right now on mynbcnews.com. And this is the Workplace Webcast for Wednesday, May 2nd. I'm Jared Smith. 17 dogs were taken from a house which Genesee County Sheriff Robert Pickell calls the breeding house, and a dozen from the house next door, which was the training house. Drugs were also seized. Also confiscated were large chains the animals were allegedly bound with and a filthy treadmill with an extra cruel feature.
You see those red wires. Well, that's what they attach to the dog, and they shock the dog, as you saw on the treadmill, to make him more aggressive.
An animal control worker also told NBC 25 that one of the dogs had a broken leg that was left untreated. Earlier today, MLive reported that all of the dogs seized during yesterday's raid have been euthanized. Stay with us here on mynbcnews.com for more on this developing story throughout the day. Family and friends of a costume crime watch volunteer who was arrested in Burton last week are trying to raise money for his defense. 38-year-old Adam Besso of Sterling Heights, who goes by the name Bee Sting, was stung by police last Thursday on assault charges in connection to a fight at the Twin Meadows Mobile Park home. His bond was set at $80,000 by Genesee District Judge Larry Stecco on Friday. As of Wednesday morning, the online fundraiser had compiled just over $200. Besso allegedly pulled a shotgun on a man during a dispute over a loud motorcycle, hitting a nearby trailer when the gun went off. The Bee Sting's fiancée, Amanda Wilson, is spearheading the fundraising efforts. If some people in Flint Township have their way, the community will no longer be known as Flint Township. A committee is gathering information about not only changing the name, but becoming a full-fledged city as well. Committee members point to economic success in other places like East Point and Auburn Hills, since their names changed from East Detroit and Pontiac Township, respectively.
Flint has got a bad reputation, crime and poverty and collapsing government, and that reflects into Flint Township because our name has Flint in it.
If anything, it would make people fight and think one group was better than the other, when really people need to be coming together.
Supervisor Karen Miller says any change will be put to a township-wide vote that could come sometime next year. In sports, ESPN released its college football preseason rankings on Tuesday, and the Wolverines nabbed the highest spot out of the Big Ten at number 10. MSU is 12th, Wisconsin at 16, Ohio State in 20th, and the reason they call Michigan the Big Ten's best team, it's simple. 3-year starting QB Denard Robinson and the Big Ten's Coach of the Year, Brady Hoke. Michigan meets Alabama in the season opener at the new Cowboy Stadium on September 1st. And finally, wrapping things up on the diamond, we all know the Tigers have some big bats in their lineup, but so far this season, well, they've been a little bit sleepy until last night at least. The 5-run first helped the Tigers cruise to a 9-3 win over Kansas City. Austin Jackson had 4 hits, drove in 2 against the Royals. They resume their series tonight. And for more on the top stories of the day, log on to our homepage, mynbcnews.com. Don't forget, chime in on what you read by logging onto our Facebook page, NBC25 News, or hit us up on Twitter at NBC_25. Well, that's it for news and sports. Time to head over to the Weather Center now, where Janet Van de Winkle has a peek at today's forecast. Janet?
Well, as you know, a bit warm and muggy outside this morning. The only thing is some thunder showers, most of which so far have been north of the Genesee County area, more centered around the Tri-Cities area. So as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon and into the overnight, we'll continue to see those showers and storms taper off. Still 70 around 6 p.m., dropping to around 60 for an overnight low tonight, but we will still see some showers and storms in tomorrow's forecast, some of which could be a little bit more potent.